Hi everybody, it's Tim. Welcome to Living Our Core Values. This is our opportunity every year to talk a lot more about all of you, all of us, and the company and the benefits that we have, the great benefits that we have working for Marriott International. This year we're going to focus on generations, so you're going to learn a little bit more about millennials, the matures, Generation X, and you might even learn something about the boomers, and so that'll be a lot of fun today. So we have 4 individual sessions. They're going to take about 15 minutes apiece. I think you're really going to enjoy it. The team's worked very hard on it, and I love the fact that we have the opportunity all to work together to serve our guests, and we're all coming from different places and from different generations. So this is our opportunity to learn a lot more about what makes each of us tick and how we can be an even better team than we already are. Thank you so much for all you do, and enjoy the session. It'll take about 15 minutes per section. You'll be in here for about an hour, and I know you're going to love it. Thanks very much for all you do. Hello, I represent the mature generation. My generation was born between the years of 1928 and 1945. My parents grew up in the middle of the Great Depression, so we knew how to save. We knew how to make things last. We knew how to take care of our belongings. You know, and I grew up during the Second World War, so there was a strong sense of duty, honor, and security. Security is very important to me. I'm very loyal, and I have a sense of duty to my company. I'll probably join a company and stay with it for my entire life. I'm very committed. My word is as good as a contract. A handshake to me is my word, and my word is as good as a contract. I don't know about smartphones and computers and all of that kind of thing that the kids are using these days, but I prefer a face-to-face conversation with people. There aren't as many of us in the workforce right now, but I can tell you, we're your customer. We're visiting your hotels. Why don't you come on in and learn a little bit more about my generation, the matures.
When you told me about this Candy Crush game, at first I thought, so what? But now I can't stop playing.
That's not how it works.
I mean, it's so simple. It's like my car insurance. I saved 15% in 15 minutes.
Well, Esurance could have saved you money in half that time.
3 in a row. Sweet.
15 minutes for a quote isn't so sweet.
Level 2.
Instead of mailing everyone my vacation photos, I'm saving a ton of time by posting them to my wall.
Ooh, I like that one.
It's so quick. It's just like my car insurance. I saved 15% in just 15 minutes.
I saved more than that in half the time.
I'd unfriend you.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
15 minutes for a quote isn't
Welcome
how it
to the
works.
boomer generation. We're the boomer generation. We were born between 1946 and 1964. What happened then during that time? It was post-World War II. And 16 million men and women service members come back to the United States and do what? Start families. So my generation is part of the Ozzie and Harriet and Father Knows Best generation. We like the Beatles, the Jackson 5. I liked Aerosmith in Boston. And kind of a rebellious generation. We wanted to change the world at the time. This was the era of civil rights, the Kennedy assassination, and the moon launches in the early 60s. We were very focused on technology. We were dreamers, and if you think about Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, we were inventing, our generation, a lot of the technology that you use every day. We waited to have our families, and so we had a little bit more time to get ourselves probably in a little bit of trouble. But we're also very focused on face-to-face relationships. We're also very focused on our word is as good as a contract, but we also start to use technology. We're hard workers. We live to work. Other generations work to live. And so come on in. I think you'll learn a lot more about what makes boomers tick. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Generation X. We were born between 1965 and 1980. While our parents were out living to work, I was coming home from school, letting myself in the house. I was what they called a latchkey kid. I played a little bit of video games, watched a little bit of television, and I got through the homework by myself. I'm an independent thinker. I like to work a little bit with teams, but I like to get stuff done, and I like to get it done by myself. My life, you know, I've got a very realistic view of my life. I've had some disappointments, I've had some successes, but I'm pretty realistic about what life is all about. I appreciate authority and I respect authority, but probably not to the same degree as my father and my grandfather. I will question everything. I will make sure that I understand why we do things. I'm not always going to follow orders. I do like to work independently. I can work with a team, but I'll tell you what, meetings make me crazy. Tell me what you want, I'll get it done, and I'll deliver it to you, and you'll be happy with it. I'm also concerned about work-life balance. You know, I work to live. I do my job so that I can have a life. I love to do the things that I enjoy doing. Some of us like to work out, some of us like to go on trips, some of us like to explore, some of us have hobbies, and we like to make sure we always make time for that, as well as our families. We're great at what we do. Come on in and learn a lot more about Generation X. Oh, hey, I'm Gen Y. We were born 1981 to 2000, and I got to tell you, I love all the attention I'm getting. From what I hear from companies and from television and from everything else, I'm taking over the world. My generation absolutely rocks. I have unbelievable abilities. I can sit here and catch up on email. I can talk to you. I can talk to my friends when they're texting me back and forth. I am the king of multitasking, and you're going to love having me in your organization. And you're going to learn a lot in the next session about how to communicate with me. Sorry, just a second. You know, one of the things I heard, before I get back to this, one of the things I heard was how focused Marriott is on the millennials and the brands that they've been coming up with. You know, you think about Moxie, you think about AC Hotels. These are pretty awesome brands, and I'm looking forward to, oh, sorry, just a second. I'm looking forward to growing my career inside of a company that's that focused on our generation. You know, the way I grew up, I was participating in camps, I was participating in schools, I was constantly working on committees and teams. I'm very collaborative, and I need constant input in everything that I do. Sorry. And sorry, I just got an email from a friend of mine. Yeah. And Oh, by the way, I love getting recognition. Growing up and all the camps that I participated in, you know, they were really great about making me feel super about having participated and working with a team, and even having the opportunity to win awards and that kind of thing. Sorry. Yeah, so, hey, for me, I need to be engaged. I need to participate. I need to work with people. And I love to do different things. I don't probably like to do the same thing every day as much as maybe my dad or my dad's dad. I need new challenges, and I need to collaborate. And you know what? I like to keep my life in balance. So I'm looking forward to telling you a lot more about my generation. Right here in the next breakout session, you're going to get to learn a lot more about the Y generation. They call us the millennials. Thank you.